This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I love being here helping you with playing the guitar. In this video, I'm going to go over a new strumming pattern for 4/4 time, new to us at least in the lesson series. With this one, we'll be incorporating bass note plucks. So that's the new technique that we're working on with these strumming patterns right now, which is super fun. After I've gone over the pattern, of course, we'll jam together on a couple different songs using this strumming pattern. And when I say jam together, I mean you, me, and the band. So it's going to be great. This video accompanies lesson 14 from my Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2 method book. In that book, we're going to be on pages 88 and 89. This is strumming pattern letter K, found there on page 88. Okay, so let's take a look at this strumming pattern. So the B represents bass. So over that rhythmic figure, we're going to do a bass note pluck, which means we're going to pluck the lowest note of the chord when we get there. So we'll have bass, down, bass, down. So if we were to demonstrate this on a G chord, we're going to pluck that low 6th string. I'd have bass, down, and you can just play right along with me on that, kind of getting used to plucking out that bass note and then hitting that strum. Bass, down, bass, down. This is a super fun thing to do. If you're comfortable at that pace, you could work it a little bit faster. With this sort of strumming pattern, it calls for having some pretty good accuracy with the right hand. As you're getting started, there's no need to get frustrated if you're plucking more than that low string. If you catch the lower strings, that's okay, but ideally, we want to pluck that bass string and then do the strumming, and it can help to slow it way down. Try and stay nice and relaxed in that right hand, and just work it like that. With this strumming pattern and any other ones that have bass note plucks, we need to know where the bass note of the chord is. And from our finger picking lessons, which are lesson 10, come from lesson 10 in the Chords and Harmony book, those ones we often pluck out that bass note with our thumb. We almost always do with our chord arpeggios. So we've had some practice with that, unless you didn't really do the finger picking, and that's okay. So I'm going to go over here some help with finding the bass note of the chord, especially for these chords in first position. So there on page 89, there is a diagram that'll help you find different parts of the chord, whether it be the root or the 5th or the 3rd or the 7th. But usually when it comes to the bass note of the chord, it's almost always the root, especially with all these first position chords we've been playing. You do have the diagrams there, but I'm just going to remind us of the little trick that I gave out with the finger picking lessons, and that is that this low 6th string is an E pitch. So it is the string that we're going to pluck for all of our E chords, whether it be E minor, E7, or E major. We'll pluck that low 6th string because it's an E. Then our open 5th string is an A, so we'll pluck that one for all the A chords. A, A7, A minor, any of those. Then our open 4th string is a D, so we'll pluck that one for any of the D chords. D, D7, or D minor. And then for all the other chords, it's the lowest string that we have a finger on. So for that G chord, that's that low 6th string. Same thing for G7. If we're playing the C, it's the 5th string, or C7. B7 is also there. So we've done that one before. If we're playing the F chord on those top 4 strings, then that's going to be the 4th string. But if we're playing all 6 strings, then it's going to be that low 6th string. So with any other chord where we're not playing an E, an A, or a D, where we use that corresponding open string of E, A, and D, then we play the string that we have or the lowest string that we have a finger on. So it's a simple little thing there. So that's going to help. We are going to jam together on number 6 there on page 88 and number 7 there on page 89, which will give lots of practice with all these different types of chords. And we'll just plug that in. Looking at number 6, it has the G chord and then a C chord, G chord, and D7. So that's a good little place to get started. in getting used to using this strumming pattern, and then we'll be over using number 7, which goes through various keys and practices lots of those chords that we've played in first position. So it's great between the two of those, gets us really acclimated and having fun with this new strumming pattern. This jam along portion that we're going to do now will happen for each one of these at 2 different tempos. So we got a slower tempo and then a faster tempo. If you're struggling at even the slower tempo, then just pause that video and work each of those chords nice and slow, and then just work it faster and faster. Remember to stay relaxed in the right hand. And as you're getting started, it's okay if you miss the wrong string trying to pluck out that bass note. Eventually, as we keep working on it, we get better and better, especially if you just work it nice and slow and do the best you can. And then over time, we just get more accurate with that right hand. So it's going to be great. We'll go ahead and play both of these songs together. Okay, awesome. I hope you're having fun with this. I love this sort of thing. As we continue in the lesson series, we're going to work on the next strumming pattern there on page 88. So strumming pattern letter L. That's what we'll do in the next video. It's going to be great. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.